You run your tongue over your teeth right now. Smooth, clean, maybe a little coffee stain, nothing more. Now imagine going 90 years without a single trip to a dentist. No toothbrush, no floss, no mint gum. For most of human history, this wasn't a hardship story. It was just Tuesday. So how did your ancestors keep their mouths from falling apart? The answer starts with what they weren't eating. Hunter-gatherer diets were low in sugar and low in the soft, starchy, processed carbohydrates that feed the bacteria living on your teeth. Fewer sugars mean less acid. Less acid means less enamel breakdown. Your ancestors weren't dodging cavities through discipline. They were dodging them through diet. But they weren't doing nothing either. Researcher Karen Hardy analyzed dental calculus, the hardened plaque still stuck on ancient teeth, from Neanderthal remains at the El Cedrón cave site in Spain. Buried inside that calcified plaque, she found microscopic starch grains, plant fibers, and even traces of medicinal-tasting compounds. Some of it looked like early self-medication. A Neanderthal with a dental abscess had residue suggesting they were chewing on bitter plants to dull the pain. Your ancestors weren't just eating, they were treating themselves. Twigs did a lot of the heavy lifting too. Chew sticks, frayed at one end into crude bristles, have been used across cultures for thousands of years. Some still in use today as the miswak in parts of the Middle East and Africa. Rub a frayed stick against your gums for 2 minutes. Not so different from what you did this morning, just without the mint flavoring. Now picture the scene. A woman crouches by a fire at dusk, working a chewed twig along her back teeth while she watches the horizon. Her mouth aches slightly. She doesn't know the word bacteria. She just knows this particular bark tastes bitter and makes the throbbing fade a little. Beside her, a child gnaws on a strip of dried meat, and that tearing, grinding motion is quietly doing something your soft modern diet never asks your jaw to do. It's building bone density. It's widening the jaw itself, carving out enough room for every single adult tooth to come in straight. Here's the twist that should genuinely bother you. Teeth didn't start getting worse when hygiene disappeared. They started getting worse when farming showed up. Around 10,000 years ago, when humans shifted to grain-heavy, carbohydrate-dense diets, the archaeological record shows a documented spike in cavities and tooth loss across early agricultural populations, alongside smaller jaws that no longer had room for wisdom teeth or straight, evenly spaced smiles. Stability made food more abundant. It also made it stickier, softer, and far kinder to bacteria. The Neanderthal chewing bitter bark in a cave may have had a healthier mouth than the first farmer eating porridge in a mud brick village. Which brings it back to you. You have a toothbrush, fluoride toothpaste, a dentist on speed dial, and orthodontic options your ancestors couldn't have dreamed of. And yet, dental problems remain staggeringly common. Not because the tools got worse, but because the diet did. Sugar is everywhere. Soft, processed carbohydrates are the default, not the exception. Your jaw gets less of a workout than a Neanderthal child's did gnawing on dried meat by a. You don't need to start chewing bark tonight, but the next time you catch yourself reaching for something soft and sweet, instead of something that actually makes your jaw work, remember, there was a version of a human mouth built for exactly that kind of resistance, and it lasted for hundreds of thousands of years without a single dental office in sight. Run your tongue over your teeth again. Smooth, clean, ancient,